welcome to another show. I just want to say a big thank you to all the Slamdown fans. Thanks to everybody subscribing, all the likes and the comments on videos. To see the growth of this channel has been amazing. Since we've moved from a Facebook live show into I wouldn't say pre-recorded show, but doing reviews, doing GFW news, vlogs, giving you loads more content. At the minute, our highest viewed video is at 8.8k views, which is absolutely amazing. Also, we're at 114 subscribers, which to me has just blown me away. But I don't want it to stop there. I want the ball to keep rolling and rolling. I'm passionate about GFW, and this is what we're all about. It's GFW fans for the fans. Also, if you haven't seen it yet, don't forget to check out the Congo Kong interview. Very nice bloke. Talks about what it's like in GFW, how he got to GFW. I'm not going to tell you too much because I want you to listen to the interview, but it was very open and really good, solid interview. There are more people coming soon, but I'm not saying anything yet. You have to wait and see. But there is more stuff in the pipeline. First thing, let's get into it. Let's get into Impact. Now, I'm really enjoying Jim Cornette. I think bringing him into Impact was a fantastic move. He's, with his wealth of experience, his knowledge, he can bring a lot to the company. Now, we know he's not signed to a contract, but I've got a feeling he is, but it's not a hard full-term one. I think he's more, for me, I think he more helps with booking from the way I've seen things change, but he's also there on air as well. And he's definitely way better than Bruce Pritchard. We saw Impact open with the new GFW Global Champion Eli Drake and Chris Adonis. Now, I'm so happy they've put the title on Eli Drake. It's one thing I've always said, they need to have the title on homegrown talent. You can actually say Eli Drake was made by Impact, because when he was in NXT, he did not much. He came to Impact, he was come with the character of Eli Drake. He was with Drew Galloway, then he splintered off on his own. He's got his own catchphrase now, with that's just a fact of life and dummy, yeah. Now, you can tell, even though he's a heel character, the fans love him. Because when you hear the fans going, dummy, yeah, and really getting involved. And it's one thing I have noticed recently, the Impact Zone is a lot louder than it used to be. People are loving Impact, and it's great to see. The worst thing is, especially for a viewer at home, watching Impact and having a quiet audience. When the audience is hyped, the wrestlers getting more involved with the audience, and it comes across better on TV. But for people that don't know, Eli Drake won the Gauntlet for Gold tournament, started at number 2, and made it all the way to the end. As he was celebrating winning the Gauntlet for Gold, Johnny Impact interrupts and says he's sick of Drake running his mouth. Also then, Eddie Edwards interrupts, praises Johnny Impact, but he says he should be the one getting a title shot. Now, I don't want Johnny Impact to get a title shot too early. I don't think it's right to give him the title right now. I think he needs more of a build-up. If someone said to me Matt Sydal was going to win the title, I'd be quite happy with that, because he's had quite a few matches, he's built up. It's like when Alberto came in, I didn't like that he was getting title shots straight away. I've always believed that if you're going to get a global title shot, you have to have build up. You have to earn an opportunity, and this is what we're seeing happen. People have to earn opportunities. We saw Jim Cornette comes out and makes a tag team match, putting Johnny Impact Eddie Edwards against Eli Drake and Chris Adonis. If Impact or Eddie scores the pinfall, they become #1 contender. Quite like that. I thought, it was a good statement. It was a good segment of the show. It was a nice to build up the show as well. I do feel Jim Cornette actually makes the show better. So we'll get that at the main event, and we'll find out who the #1 contender is. We saw Terrell introducing herself to Ali. Ali sort of questions her on why was she mean to Gail Kim. We saw Terrell ask Ali if she can give Gail a message, and then brutally attacks Ali. After that, we go into OVE, Ohio versus Everything, Jake and Dave Christ, versus on Falali Baha and Mora Baha. I hate them two because I hate their names. It was a very quick match. I am waiting to see a nice long match with OVE to see really what's in their arsenal. But it's a team that intrigues me. And I do feel that I think we need another group to take on LAX. And I've been thinking about this for a while. Why not have James Mitchell come back? He takes Congo Kong under his wing. Abyss comes back. OVE joins it. And Rosemary. Because they were all sort of that dark characters. And I think it would fit. But, that's just what I think. But I think they could go with that. But we saw OVE managing to get the victory in this match. LAX is seen watching the match from their clubhouse. So we know LAX are watching, so we probably are going to get LAX versus OVE. After that, we saw Jim Cornette informing Moose and EC3 of their future matches. Jim Cornette tells Moose that he and Lashley will be competing at AAA's Triple Mania event. EC3 interrupts and asks why he isn't on the biggest show. Cornette tell him he's going to be busy defending the Grand Championship against Phantasma. Now, I'm liking this. I'm liking the role Cornette is playing. Cornette's got so much chemistry, and it really shows on screen. And I can't wait to see the Grand Championship match. I'm still hoping the Grand Championship changes because, as you all know, I'm not really the biggest fan of it. After that, we saw the Canadian Destroyer, P.E. Williams. Yes, I've got to say, I was a big fan of P.E. Williams. I didn't like it when he turned it into the Maple Leaf Muscle. I thought it was ridiculous. They should have clipped him as the Canadian Destroyer. But anyways, he's back. I know he's come out of retirement to come back to this company. Now, I know he's a little bit older now, but, we've got Sanjay Dutt and Low Key who have been great performances. But it's always good to have that veteran mixed with the new talent as well. So I'm excited to see Petey back, and I really enjoyed seeing the match with Pete Williams versus Cable Connolly with Trevor Lee at ringside. The match was kind of short. We didn't see a lot from Petey. I don't know if that's ring rust or they're doing like they're doing with the OVE thing where he has short matches and builds them up. So we'll have to wait and see. But we did see an awesome move by P.T. Williams where he hits the Hurricane onto Trevor Lee on the outside and then comes back in the ring, connects with the Canadian Destroyer for the win. Now, we do see a lot of people doing the Canadian Destroyer now, but he was the inventor of that move. And I'm sorry, no one can do it better than he does. After the match, we saw Lee attacking Peter Williams from behind with the X Division Champion. Sorry, not with the X Division Championship, sorry. Lee attacks Williams from behind, but Sanjay Dutt makes the save, causing Lee and Connolly to retreat. After that, we see Karen Jarrett having words with Sienna and Terrell. Backstage, Aaron Jarrett tells Sienna and Terrell, due to their recent actions, they're going to face Gail, Kim, and Ali in a tag team match. So now we know we've got 2 tag team matches next week. Now, this crap made me laugh. I've got to admit, I found this entertaining. Some people found it a bit weird, but I liked it. Rich Justice, the standby wrestler. Now, I would tweak Rich Justice, and the way I would tweak him, I'd have him coming down eating a pizza, you know, making that fat layabout. That's the way I would have gone with him, make him more of a joke than what he is. But we saw him taking on Congo Kong. My best part's when Kong threw him against the room and Kong just holded his fist out like that and he just went straight into it. It was brilliant. But after the match, after Kong got the victory, Shera made the save and saved Rich Justice. So we are going to see a match between Shera and Congo Kong, which I'm kind of gutted about Tyrus going, because Kong actually did say, you know, the whole plan was him and Tyrus to have a feud, and then Tyrus was going to have one of his co-anchors there and someone else with Congo Kong in a tag team match. So they had really good plans for Tyrus with Congo Kong, but as we all know, Tyrus wanted out and left, so they've had to change things. After that, we saw Mackenzie Mitchell interviewing Johnny Impact backstage, and he says the reason he came to GFW was to win the GFW Global Championship. In the LAX Clubhouse, Conan tells Loki to prove a point in his match against James Storm tonight. He wants to send Storm to hospital, which we saw. Now, Storm's been on a few losing streaks. You know, we saw the whole thing with him having the concussion. And now they had Loki getting the victory in this match. Now, yeah, the match was close. So, no, Storm wasn't being jobbed out or anything like that. But it didn't look great. I know I've seen that the DCC have recently put a tweet out of the mask. So, we could see the DCC coming back. I don't know. But Storm on his own, the way he's been using at the minute, it's not right. We also saw that 2 new talents are coming. Pago, I can't pronounce it right. Another guy from AAA who's one of their top talents is coming to Impact next week, and also Tanya as well coming to make her debut. In a sit-down interview with Lashley and American Top Team, Lashley says he wants to continue pursuing both professional wrestling and mixed martial arts. Dan Lambert tries to persuade him to pick one, but Lashley refuses and says he will make his final decision when the time is right. I don't know where they're going with this. I don't know if Lashley is actually coming out of wrestling. I really don't know. It is just a waiting game to see what happens. It's hard to really decide what's going on. But anyway, we had our main event. Eli Drake, Chris Adonis taking on Eddie Edwards and Johnny Impact. Now, this match was very to and fro. It was brilliant. If you blinked, you'd miss something awesome. I'm just being honest with you guys. Really enjoyed this match. I don't want to say too much details about the matches because I want people to watch him. But we did... I can't remember who got the pin now. Eli Drake won. Drake hit a low blow on Eddie Edwards and then hit him with a modified white noise to win. Right. So, again, Eli Drake cheated to win. And I did watch the match, I just couldn't remember who won. I was too into the action than who got the victory. But after the match, Lashley and American Top Team come to ringside. Jim Cornette warns Lashley if American Top Team get out of control, he'll be suspended and miss Triple Mania. Cornette also makes a huge match for next week. Impact, Eli Drake will defend the Global Championship against a man who's earned a title shot of his choosing, Matt Sydal. Interesting one. I do believe that we're going to get locked down at some point. I think it's going to be Jeff Devitt's team taking on American Top Team. I do believe that's happening. With the way they're portraying this and the way they're going with it, I can really see that happening. Overall, it's probably the same as last week for me. Probably in that A mark. I was hooked at every part of the show. I really want to know what's going on with this American Top Team. I'm also looking forward to the new direction they're putting Congo Kong in. I know Congo Kong's gutted because he enjoyed working with Laura Van Ness and wanted to do loads more. But, you know, things change, storylines change, and new things start. But overall, I really enjoyed Impact. And, you know, it shows to me there's a lot of promise with Impact. I know it's not at the top level yet, but they're getting there. You know, they've got a lot of good members of the roster. They've got good tag teams. They've got good X Division guys. It's getting to the product it used to be. I still feel they need a better network in the USA, because outside of USA, GFW has really got a big reputation and gets a lot of viewers. You know, when they were going through the struggles, it was the Indian and the UK viewership that was saving them. So, you know, if it wasn't for the UK, you don't know where it'd be now. But that's my review of Impact. Thanks everybody for watching, and I will see you again soon. And we will be dropping a couple of vlogs coming soon. I'm also going to be talking about, should there be a hardcore division in GFW? Lots more to come. So don't forget to like, share and subscribe. I've been your host Ashley, and I'll see you again soon.